Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday. Hey, baby, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic. It's a Tuesday. That means we have
Tuesdays with Charlie.
That's always a lot of fun. I enjoy chatting with your papa. He's we did not get to see him this weekend, but we saw your mother.
Right.
So it was kind of fun to see her. Would have been fun to see him, too. We do have a good quote here from a guy by the name of Abraham Lincoln, 16th President of the United States of America. Things may come to those who wait, but only the things left by those who hustle.
That's right. I agree with that.
The early bird gets the worm, but the second mouse gets the cheese. That's a different quote from somebody else. I always thought that was funny, though. All right, coming up, we've got some special things going on this week. I guess today we should talk about the ones today. We'll chat about that. Also, a lot of fun guests and things to do, and I don't know. It's a Tuesday. We'll get to it. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
We're in that special time of year, one of my favorite times when we celebrate with family and friends. But often that celebration involves alcohol, so please have non-alcohol options available. Sadly, too many times that's not an option, and that can lead to drinking and driving, and much worse. If you're having a party, have a plan. And remember, if you or someone you know needs help kicking a drinking problem, there's a toll-free number you can call, 800-438-0380. That's the Addiction Hope and Helpline, 1-800-438-0380. Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It is Tuesday, the 5th day of December. I went back in time, didn't I? How the heck did I get way back to that? It is Bathtub Party Day. We should have a bathtub party.
We should?
What is a bathtub party?
I don't know.
Is that where you have a party in the bathtub? I have no idea. It's also Repeal Day. This was the day that the 21st Amendment happened, ended prohibition. So today's the day to have a drink, apparently in the bathtub. So I wonder if a bathtub party is where you put ice in your bathtub and throw the booze in there. Do you think that's what it would be?
I have no idea.
I can't imagine actually having a party in the bathtub. There's not enough room.
You'd have to have a big bathtub.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm assuming that it probably has something to do with that Repeal Day. Anyway, have a happy Repeal Day and a happy bathtub party day on this Tuesday, the 5th day of December.
John and Heidi.
Are you paying a bundle to have the channels you want, and even more to have a DVR to watch the shows when you want to watch them? ChannelSurferTV.com wants to help. We have a few options that could save you 45% with Dish TV. Call 1-800-818-3967. See how much you can save by cutting the cable. Plus, we can help you watch on your mobile device. Call 1-800-818-3967. This is a limited time offer that can change fast. Call 1-800-818-3967 or learn more at ChannelSurferTV.com.
Coming up, we're going to get to your brain on drugs, but first, a survey by Wine Speculator. Do you get that magazine? What's the wine magazine you get?
I don't get a wine. I get cigar magazines.
I thought you got a wine magazine. Do you?
No.
I thought Jen had signed you up for one.
Oh, Wine Enthusiast is one that I got for a little while, but I don't get it anymore.
Okay,
no.
Well, Wine Speculator found a bottle of Cabernet Sauvignon that was recently bought for $350,000, has set a record for the world's most expensive bottle of wine.
Good Lord.
Do you like that kind?
I love Cabernet Sauvignon.
Cabernet
I would not
Sauvignon.
spend $350,000 on a bottle of wine.
But you would spend $3.50.
And I do.
I know.
Many times.
And she's like, "Why? I would just buy 1,000 of these bottles."
What I like to do, because when I get together with my friends, we go through more than one bottle of wine.
Yeah.
So I like to get one bottle of my favorite kind of wine, and then all the rest is cheap wine, because after the first glass, your palate is kind of ruined anyway, so it doesn't matter if you're drinking
drunk,
cheap.
That's all.
That's right.
Speaking of drunks, we've got your brain on drugs coming up.
John and Heidi.
Each day at this time, we talk about people doing dumb things under the influence, but addiction is no laughing matter. If you or someone you know needs help, there's a toll-free number you can call.
1-800-438-0380.
That's the Addiction Hope and Helpline.
1-800-438-0380.
And this is your brain on drugs. Juan Jose Vidro Bibrisca, probably got some of that right, age 43, a Colorado man, accidentally dropped his cocaine in the courtroom.
Oh, my.
when he showed up in court for a felony drug charge. We're going to just say Juan because I'm not going to try the last name again. He was allegedly taking off his hat in front of the judge when a square folded Ziploc baggie fell onto the floor. Police in the courtroom determined the substance was cocaine, and he was walked over to the county jail and charged with narcotics possession and a bond violation. What were you thinking?
He wasn't.
I mean, seriously, dude, there's no place else that you could have kept that? You stick it in your hat that you're
Leave it
taking
in the
off.
car?
I just think, or better yet, don't do it. It's illegal. Anyway, that happened in Colorado, and nothing surprises me anymore. Absolutely nothing. I don't think I could possibly read a story that would really shock me. We've seen some of the dumbest things that have happened around here. We've got your brain on drugs right there. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen. If you thought Captain America Civil War had a huge cast, you ain't seen nothing yet. Last week, Marvel released the full-length trailer for the Avengers: Infinity War, with the whole crew, now including Tom Holland's Spider-Man, Benedict Cumberbatch's Doctor Strange, and Chadwick Boseman's Black Panther, taking on an entire army led by the Mad Titan Thanos. That's Josh Brolin. If you'd like to see this trailer, I've
I'm
got a
just
link to
not
it.
into
I know you're not.
superhero movies.
You know, that's...
other than Deadpool.
Well, and it's funny because you wouldn't be other than he's naughty. So you don't necessarily... And it's Ryan Reynolds.
He's hilarious.
Yeah, Heidi loves Ryan Reynolds. So
I do love Ryan
We
Reynolds.
watched one of the dumbest movies ever, Voices, I think is what it was called. Remember that?
That was pretty terrible.
It was like the dog was talking. And Ryan Reynolds did all the
he did all the
voices.
It was a terrible movie.
It was a terrible movie, but you wouldn't let me turn it off because you're like, no, it's Ryan Reynolds. I know he's killing people and putting them in his freezer, but hey, it's Ryan Reynolds. All right, this has been Big Screen, Little Screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
John and Heidi.
This is the time of year to wrap up one year and begin another. For many businesses, that means a new budget is coming soon. Now, if you have some funds left in your current year's budget, we can help you make that go far. When you put words to music, they're 9 times more memorable. So let us help create a jingle for your business that you can use for years to come. If you have some funds left in the budget this year, we can help you get it done now. If you want to wait until the new year and the new budget, we can lock in a special rate now and you pay later. Learn more at RadioReallyWorks.com. RadioReallyWorks.com. Now your scoop of the day. 2 American men were arrested in Thailand for posing for butt selfies in front of a holy temple.
Oh, that's nice.
What in the world is a butt selfie?
Taking pictures of their own butts.
That's a thing?
Apparently.
It's so much a thing they have a title for it?
Well, what else would you call it?
Have you ever done a butt selfie?
I have not. Ever
Nor
done
have
it.
I.
Well,
wait a minute. You think you have?
I suppose technically because I've taken pictures of my tattoo, so I've technically done a butt selfie.
Okay. Well, my wife is breaking new ground here. We're gonna just move on. Well, let's pretend like we didn't even ask that question. Are you pushing a stroller with a baby in it by the name of Jackson or Sophia? If you are,
Your stroller is named Jackson or Sophia?
no, I'm saying if you have a baby with a kid in that stroller named Jackson or Sophia, if you do, you have one of the hottest baby names of 2017. Those were the top 2. So the top
Sophia, huh?
Sophia is the top girl name. Jackson is the top boy name. And Baby Center released their top 100 baby names for 2017 last Wednesday. Guess what I have tomorrow? I've got a guest with a dude by the name of Alan Hall. And he's going to talk about how baby names are connected to like the ups and downs of the stock market.
Okay.
So he sent a little article. I was reading this, and I'm like, that is fascinating. So he's got a book about it and everything. So anyway, going to be visiting with him. That'll be my guest tomorrow. So I could have saved this story until then, but I got to it now, and I just told you that's coming up. Hey, in Minnesota, a woman was spooning out some Thanksgiving leftovers, and guess what she found in there?
What's that?
She found a lost bracelet.
What?
Yeah. Thanksgiving Day, during the meal, a young lady in the family lost her bracelet. So she was scooping out some green bean casserole. Good thing she found it before she microwaved this.
Yeah,
That would've been
really.
bad. Anyway, the Friday after Thanksgiving, she discovered she lost this jewelry. She said, it'll turn up somewhere. It did, in the green bean casserole.
Oh, that's funny.
So I wonder what happened there. Probably reaching for something and fell right off.
Probably while she was mixing it up.
There you go. think she was mixing up and just sticking her hands inside there, swirling things around. Lost my wedding ring, my Lee press-on nails, and a bracelet. Only one I really care about is the bracelet. Hey, Barnes & Noble said that they will try to turn around their business by building smaller stores. So they think that's the plan. I know that they've got an online presence as well. But they're thinking, they want to keep having the brick-and-mortar stores. They just think, hey, instead of building the giant stores we have, we're going to build small stores. How small of a store do you think that they're going to build?
Well, you're not going to have as much of a selection if you build a smaller store.
They still will, because last time I went into a Barnes & Noble, they tried to convince me to buy it on their website. Do you remember that?
Yes, I remember that.
So I was there. I was like, do you guys have this?
We were
Yeah,
like,
it's on our website.
seriously?
I was like, do you have it in the store? Well, you can order it on the website. I was like, can I buy it in this? I'm looking around. There's a billion books in here. Do you happen to have that book? They're like, well, we have it on our website. I was like, okay. Thank you for your time.
Yeah. You're talking yourself out of a job there, lady.
Well, that's what they're trained to do. That's what they're supposed to do. I understand. That wasn't like her plan. It was what they're told to do. I've had the same issue at Staples. I'll go to Staples to get something, and they, like almost every time, they try to convince you, you should get on our website. I'm like, I want to buy it from a person like you, with a job, like the one you've got, before all those things go away. All right, I'm going to climb off my high horse and get to one more story. A Maryland couple who tried to cash in a winning lottery ticket for $50. They were shocked when they found out it was not worth $50. Guess what it was worth?
How much?
$50,000.
Whoa!
Yeah, that's a nice little surprise. The couple said their winnings are going to go toward family savings and a possible future landscaping project. Yeah, with that kind of dough, you could have one heck of a landscaping project. You could probably hire, for $50,000. Never mind. I was going to say. No, you probably couldn't. I'm going to just move on. you could have a heck of a nice landscaping project, but thanks for listening. Scoop of the day.
John and Heidi.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
No more singing, please.
I'm trying to get everyone's attention to let them know that we made a list and we checked it twice.
Who made the list?
Okay, Heidi made a list, but I put it online to make it easy to find some of our favorite ideas for fun gifts.
These are my personal favorites. I have several of these items myself.
These are a few of our favorite things.
Oh my gosh.
You can see the entire list at radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com.
John and Heidi.
And it's time right now for our favorite program, something we do every Tuesday just because we can. We pick up the phone, we call my father-in-law for a little thing we like to call
Tuesdays with Charlie.
How you doing, Charlie?
Tuesday seems like it comes earlier and earlier all the time.
Yes. It is, because we just miss you. That's why.
Okay, I'll go with that.
What kind of cool stuff we can learn about today, Charlie?
Hey, did you know that the average person only brushes their teeth for 45 to 70 seconds a day?
Yeah, that probably makes about sense. I would say, how long are you supposed to?
2 to 3 minutes.
What? Mm-hmm. I'm nowhere close to that.
I don't have that many teeth to spend.
Maybe because you don't spend enough time brushing your teeth.
For you, that'd be like 3 minutes per tooth.
Did you know that the average American spends 38 days brushing their teeth over a lifetime?
Wow. And imagine if we all brushed our teeth as long as we were supposed to. It'd be like a year and a half.
Hey, did you know then that hospitals don't have a room number 13 as well as a 13th floor?
I did know that. People are superstitious. They don't want to be the one.
I didn't know that about hospitals.
Yeah, they don't want to be in the unlucky room.
I know there's some hotels, but...
I think there's a lot of high-rise building stuff that kind of just eliminate 13.
Just because they don't call it that doesn't mean there isn't a 13th floor.
There's a 13th floor. There you. Give me that room on the 13th. And then whoever created Mother's Day spent the rest of her life trying to end its celebration, and did without children in
She died without children?
To end its celebration, and died without children in 1948.
Whoa.
No kidding.
Kid.
Well, that's really sad.
Yeah, that is.
Created Mother's Day and then never had any kids and died.
And didn't want Mother's Day anymore. That's a
I
shame.
I bet it's Father's Day and never had any kids and then died. I'd have been a hermit. Hey, and did you know that sailors who wear earrings or have tattoos won't drown?
Why?
Really?
So apparently your tattoo or your earrings weight you down, you drown. I don't know.
I thought you said they won't drown.
They won't drown, yeah. I'm going to have a staff meeting in the morning.
They're slacking this week.
What is they on vacation or something?
You really got to quit having Bloody Marys for breakfast, Charlie.
Let's look at this sheet, see if there's anything on there that I got two more things here for you.
Okay,
that I'm gonna
what's
come on. Did you know that arguing over a woman's breast size is like choosing between Coors, Miller, and Budweiser? Men make plain preferences, but they will grab whatever's handy.
Yes.
That is true.
They're kind of redeeming themselves here a little bit.
Yes.
A little bit.
We're gonna end on a health tip.
All right. As long as we end.
This could happen to somebody come tomorrow.
All right, what's that?
If you get your tooth knocked out, put it in milk and hold it in your mouth. This will help your tooth survive longer. Make sure to see your dentist right away. So if I knock your tooth out, you throw in a glass of milk, take it to the dentist, and maybe you can put it back in there.
Huh.
How am I supposed to keep a glass of milk in my mouth?
I should have quit on the breast side.
That's all right. I'll try it. I'll give that a whirl.
That staff meeting's going to be brutal.
Somebody's getting fired over this. I'm telling you right now.
Heads are going to roll. You made me sound like an idiot. Okay. But isn't that your job to sound like an idiot every week? Oh, wait, that's my job. Never mind. Hey, you ready for a question, Charlie?
I've got the answer.
All right. How many total steps are there in the Eiffel Tower?
Oh,
Like if you're going to walk all the way to the top, how many steps are there?
1,358.
You know, you're closer than one might guess. 1,665.
Huh.
I didn't go all the way to the top.
Yeah, you forgot that one
Stopped
last.
on the 13th floor.
1,665 steps for the Eiffel Tower.
Well, I'm not walking up that baby.
Me neither.
No.
Now we know. Well, it's always a pleasure to visit with you, and it's even more fun when you goof things up, because then we get to poke fun at you some more. So we're okay with that.
We might not be able to do this next Tuesday if I fire my whole staff. I'm not having to wait.
Well, don't fire everybody. Keep one of them.
Okay.
All right. We'll
Bye,
talk to you next
Dad.
week, Charlie.
Bye, Fluff. Bye, John.
Bye-bye. My father-in-law right there. We talk to him every Tuesday just because we can. It's a little program we like to call
Tuesdays with Charlie.
John and Heidi.
We're in that special time of year, one of my favorite times when we celebrate with family and friends. But often that celebration involves alcohol, so please have non-alcohol options available. Sadly, too many times that's not an option, and that can lead to drinking and driving, and much worse. If you're having a party, have a plan. And remember, if you or someone you know needs help kicking a drinking problem, there's a toll-free number you can call, 800-438-0380. That's the Addiction Hope and Helpline, 1-800-438-0380.
John and Heidi.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
A small child could swim through the veins of a blue whale. That seems kind of weird.
What?
Yeah.
For real?
Apparently, a blue whale's veins are big enough a child could swim through them. Huh. That is crazy. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
I did not know this, but this is fascinating to me. Osama bin Laden died his death was announced on May 1st, 2011. Adolf Hitler's death was announced on May 1st, 1945. How weird is that?
Why? It was just May 1st? Why is that
Well,
weird?
that they both happened to die on May 1st, or that's when the death was announced to the world.
Okay.
So I don't know if they both died on, I don't know. All I know is I thought that was kind of an interesting fun fact. There's a couple of fun facts for you right there, and our fun facts come your way courtesy of RadioSavings.com.
John and Heidi.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
No more singing, please.
I'm trying to get everyone's attention to let them know that we made a list and we checked it twice.
Who made the list?
Okay, Heidi made a list, but I put it online to make it easy to find some of our favorite ideas for fun gifts.
These are my personal favorites. I have several of these items myself.
These are a few of our favorite things.
Oh my gosh.
You can see the entire list at RadioSavings.com. That's RadioSavings.com.
John and Heidi.
All right, Heidi, the time has come. It's the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for the grandiloquent word of the day. What are you laughing about?
Nothing.
I didn't even say it in a goofy accent today. Okay. Now you're laughing because what?
This is just a ridiculous segment.
No, it's not. It's it's the favorite segment of some people somewhere that have never admitted that. Shumpgullion. Shumpgullion. That is our word of the day today. Shumpgullion. Shumpgullion. If you were going to guess what Shumpgullion meant, would you have any guess?
No.
Shumpgullion, I think maybe I'm a Shumpgullion. I would probably say that I am more often than not. You are as well.
Okay.
First of all, it says a glutton. That's one. That's the one I am. But this is the one a person who eats and drinks excessively.
Yeah.
The drinks part.
Well, both, really.
It says, or voraciously. That could be its own word.
Voraciously.
Yeah. It is from the early 18th century. In a sentence, Thanksgiving would be a lot easier on my waistline if I weren't such a Shumpgullion. Yeah, I am a Shumpgullion. And I could use that word. Next time I'm going to a buffet, I'm like, okay, everybody out of my way, I'm a Shumpgullion. And they might think I'm like some sort of royalty or something.
Nobody's going to think you're royalty. And nobody's going to know what you're talking about. They probably think you have some sort of a venereal disease.
That's why they're going to get out of the way. I'll get more food. I'm Shumpgullion. All right, this has been your grandiloquent word of the day.
John and Heidi.
Are you paying a bundle to have the channels you want, and even more to have a DVR to watch the shows when you want to watch them? ChannelSurferTV.com wants to help. We have a few options that could save you 45% with Dish TV. Call 1-800-818-3967. See how much you can save by cutting the cable. Plus, we can help you watch on your mobile device. Call 1-800-818-3967. This is a limited time offer that can change fast. Call 1-800-818-3967 or learn more at ChannelSurferTV.com.
John and Heidi.
Now some weird news on a Tuesday. A homeowner in England left a nasty note on the window of an ambulance telling them not to block his driveway. West Midlands Ambulance Service said paramedics received the note. It says, you may be saving lives, but don't park your van in a stupid place and block my drive, end quote. Whoa. The ambulance service shared the note on Facebook with the hashtag patients come first.
That's right.
And the post has received more than 1,000 reactions, many chastising the homeowner for their selfishness and their lack of empathy. I got to say this, though. If there was a place for them to park that didn't block the driveway, and they chose to block the driveway anyway, it would have been nice for them to park and not block the driveway. If this guy
I'm sure they parked to get as close to the destination as possible.
I'm sure they did. But if this guy was trying to get out for work, and he's like, I can't get out because they're in the way, and now he's late for work because of it.
Drive over your grass.
Yeah, I don't know.
Somebody's dying. Somebody's in trouble.
I'm just saying, I can see both sides of this. I understand why he was upset. But, yeah, I would hope that whatever you were going to, unless, of course, he was a doctor who was trying to get to save another patient. Now, what do you think of the note?
If he was a doctor, maybe he should have been helping the people so the paramedics didn't
If he
need
was
to
a
come.
doctor, they wouldn't have been able to read the note. We all know that. This has been your Weird News. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Now your moment of duh. And I'm going to ask Heidi how she would pronounce this name. Mustafa M-B-O-O-B. Mboob?
Boob.
Do you think the M is silent or the B is? We'll just say Mustafa Moob. We'll say the B is silent.
Okay.
Because, then I don't feel
Well,
so
then
silly.
wouldn't it be moo?
Well, that would be making both B's silent. He's 27, from New Hampshire. He thought leading police on a chase, then hiding in his bed was a good idea, pretending he was just sleeping. Police heard a car alarm go off, and they saw a car traveling at a high rate of speed. They gave chase. Car drove onto the grass and hit a fence. Mr. Mboob fled before officers reached the car. Officers ultimately caught up with him in his home, hiding under the covers.
That's a great plan.
Yeah. Mr. Mboob put his hands in the air and said, "I was just sleeping." Police learned that he had ignition interlock device installed in the car, and it would fail if... this should have been a... it'd fail if it gave a breath sample and an alarm would go off, so he was drinking and driving is what the problem was.
Oh.
They ran sobriety tests, and he failed them. He was arrested on a variety of charges.
Oh.
That could have been my brain on drugs. The good news is I got like 12 of them right now because there's so many people doing so many dumb things under the influence. So that's a whole different segment way earlier in the program. If you've never heard that before, well, you're listening a little later, aren't you? This has been your moment of duh.
John and Heidi.
This is the time of year to wrap up one year and begin another. For many businesses, that means a new budget is coming soon. Now, if you have some funds left in your current year's budget, we can help you make that go far. When you put words to music, they're 9 times more memorable. So let us help create a jingle for your business that you can use for years to come. If you have some funds left in the budget this year, we can help you get it done now. If you want to wait until the new year and the new budget, we can lock in a special rate now and you pay later. Learn more at RadioReallyWorks.com. RadioReallyWorks.com.
John and Heidi.
We'll get to some good news here in a bit, but first, Melissa Feist McCushton, 39, and Adam Emmett Lee, 40, were arrested for public lewdness.
That's because that's a completely different.
No, it was the same thing. Public lewdness when they were getting it on, we'll just say, inside a movie theater in San Antonio, Texas. An assistant manager said they spotted them. I'm not even going to say what all it says on here. Anyway, the guy came over and said, "This is a public place. You need to stop what you're doing and get off of him."
Oh, boy.
Police questioned the pair, who said, "Yeah, man, I should have known better. Stupid on my part. We were just having a little fun." They were both arrested on public lewdness charges. I almost said it again. Here's the interesting thing. Guess what the movie was?
I have no idea.
All Eyes on Me. That's the name of the movie. Bet they were. All right. Anyway, I've got a link to that at Facebook.com/John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. We've got some good news for you here. I thought this was really kind of cool. I've got a video that's like 5 minutes long, so there's no way we're going to be able to get to all of it. But I did watch this one ahead of time. Sometimes I don't, and you can certainly tell. But it's a story about a guy who was trying to play along with what he thought was a scammer on Facebook. And he thought it would be a lot of fun. Have you ever done that? Play along with scammers?
Oh, yeah.
I've done that. And it can be fun, as long as you don't get scammed. But what he did is, there was a guy that was saying that he wanted to help out his village. So he thought, okay, well, how about you do this? You snap some photos around the village and send them to me, and I'll see if I can help maybe market those and sell them and make some money for you. So the guy took apparently an awful snap, like a camera. I don't know if it was built into a phone or whatever, like Fred Flintstone's phone or something. It was the images are in the video, and they're not good. So this guy was like, well, I can tell that this is for real, and this is a young man who wants to help his village. So he said, tell you what, I'm going to invest a little bit, and he sent him a camera, just a $30 digital camera. And the guy snapped some photos. They were not very good photos either, and you see those on here. Some were a little bit blurry, and some of them were just things that didn't make a lot of sense. So this guy kind of walked him through and told him, here's how to do this. And he got some really cool photos. And they put together a calendar. And with the calendar, they put together, or was it a calendar?
I think it was a book.
A book, that's what it was. Okay, because I'm thinking of two different stories here. So they put together a book. And he put it out on one of the sharing platforms. It was a Kickstarter or one of those things. I don't remember which one. It's in here. See, it's 5 minutes long, so I didn't get... But they raised a bunch of money, a whole bunch of money. And it was just a cool story because this young man is helping kids in his village, and he's showing him. You can actually see on the video, there's pictures of them giving out these book bags. But it's thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, people buying these books. I thought that was so cool.
Yeah, it is. It's a very
touching
cool
story. Heidi sent the story to me, so thank you very much for sending that, Heidi. And again, trying to wrap up like a 5-minute story in 2 minutes never works, so we're over.
It's definitely worth watching
It
this
is.
video
If
because
you'd
it's
like
very
to see
touching.
it, it's on our Facebook page, facebook.com/John and Heidi Show. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for listening on a Tuesday.